I just noticed, can everyone turn around? There's a gentleman that looks just like Jack Daniel back there. No. Anyway, it's his son? Oh, no. Is he going to come up? Oh. Wow, look at this. Oh, we're doing an Instagram shot or something. Okay. Anyway, that's an awesome costume. All right, so next up we have Zach. He's going to be talking about a very interesting topic, TrendCoins. Zach. Thanks.
So I'm a little bit more sober than the last presenter, but thankfully Liam has shared a bunch of cherry vodka, so we're going downhill very quickly. So TrendCoins, basically talking about the American dream, which, well, already. Which is just to be lazy as hell and make money, right? Nobody wants to work, so unfortunately 15 minutes isn't enough to get you rich, but it's enough to get you on your way. So Bitcoins obviously is what most people know about when we talk about cryptocurrency. It's been around for a while now, and as a matter of fact, I'll get to it in a second. Hang on, sorry. We're going downhill already. I think this cherry vodka was a little stronger than the last batch. So Bitcoin usage, obviously, paying for services and product. The big problem with Bitcoins is if I send you out with $100 and I say, go get a bunch of 20-ounce Cokes, how many are you going to bring back to me? Just a guess. Guys are fucking worthless. We're talking about Coke, not cocaine. I know, there was confusion there. My fault. But the problem is $100 you have a quantity that you have in your head for you're going to bring back 20-ounce bottles to me. The problem is if I give you one Bitcoin, you have no clue how many 20-ounce bottles for the most part you guys can bring back. Today it's about 900 of them you should be bringing back to me. Tomorrow it could be 10. Could be 1,000, who the hell knows? And that's kind of one of the problems with Bitcoins, is we don't have any set rates for it. So what's worth 1, 2, 3 Bitcoins today might be worth 1,000 Bitcoins tomorrow, might be worth a tenth of a Bitcoin. So until we start to see things, and this is one thing that just came out in case you're thinking about buying Bitcoins, Amazon has just mentioned now that Overstock.com has taken Bitcoins, that they are interested in also accepting Bitcoins. So I assume that the Bitcoin market's going to start going crazy again. Yes, basically the same as the loonie. Foreign currency, in case you guys really want to play the foreign currency exchange market to try to get yourself rich, you can kind of use Bitcoins as money laundering and not pay fees to trade in and out of other currencies, which is kind of nice. If you know some kind of fiat's going to go up. And then trading is what we're going to talk about today. Basically, a little bit of arbitrage. So mining used to be the way to get the Bitcoins, the way to make money, because you, especially if you would have got some kind of ASIC miner this summer, you could have dropped 40 grand for it and made your investment back in about 2 months and now be making a fortune. So unfortunately, though, those guys are not worth buying anymore because everybody's getting them. So we're starting to get into where the complexity of getting the Bitcoin isn't worth buying the miners. So now we got to figure out how we're going to take our US dollars that we have and get them over to Bitcoins right now. And the reason I keep saying Bitcoin instead of other altcoins right now is because there's just not a good way to get into other altcoins. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from US dollars to Bitcoin, Bitcoin to alt currencies, and back and forth to make your money so that you guys can cash back out and get rich. So first thing, cashing in. We already talked about mining. It's just not worth it. In my opinion, you guys get some kind of access to some ASICs, maybe some big data center you manage to breach. You can throw up like 60 GPU machines, then yeah, it's worth it. Amazon will love you for it. They got into it for a while. People are using the EC2s for mining, and it paid for itself, and it did pretty good. Now it doesn't work that way anymore. Local exchanges, do you trust? It's pretty much like a drug transaction. Some of you guys look like you've done a few of those. You go, show up with cash, you look really shady, sit in the back of some bar or cafe and give the guy some money and they wire you over some Bitcoins. ATM machines, the new popular trend, Canada's got them. We tried to get one for the conference, but turns out DC has a lot of regulations. They would have thought, but operating an ATM machine in the lobby of the hotel wasn't going to work on a short-term notice. So the best way right now is transfer bank transfers. After the presentation, if you follow me on Twitter, if you want to join me on Twitter, or if you just want to stalk me, whatever, I'm going to post all this shit, so don't take any notes or anything. I got all the URLs for you guys. You just start clicking, and you guys will figure everything out. You look like you're about a somewhat educated crowd. So look at this little chart right here. So this is what makes Bitcoins interesting. The far left of the chart is $18 a Bitcoin. When was that taken? Exactly Shmoocon last year. If you would have dropped, ironically enough, you guys are going to love this. If you would have put $1,000 in Bitcoin at Shmoocon last year, it would be worth, to the penny, $69,000 if you would have taken it out whenever it peaked last month, right before, ironically, right during ticket sales. Yeah. So that's kind of how I know a bunch of you guys are fucking sitting on about $40,000 in Bitcoins. Because you started fucking with the market, sold out, dropped the market, and then bought Shmoocon tickets. And so we talked about getting into the Bitcoins, and of course we get our Bitcoins, and then we're going to start going to other altcoins. What? Dogecoin. No. If you guys are reading about trends of alternate coins on Forbes, you've already missed the fucking boat. It's already said sell past the horizon, and you're not going to see it anymore. So here we go. Peer-to-peer coin. Actually, sex coins was the one to have for a while. So whoever follows the porn industry? Yeah, right. Yeah. Nobody raises their hand, right? In this crowd. With the 5 females in here. Nobody. I gotcha. Don't worry. So, like all good things, the porn industry does drive a lot of stuff. I mean, Betamax compared to VHS, Blu-ray compared to whatever that other fucking disc was that was HD that we've all forgot about. Which is a brilliant idea, right? So porn companies wanted to get people anonymous way to buy services. Webcam girls, porn videos, premium services. So they actually started their own coin for a while. It actually went up like 700% not long ago too, before everybody sold out of it. But there's a whole bunch of coins, about 112, because all you got to do is take the Bitcoin repository, you freaking pull it, and then you do a Control-F replace. And so you take everything that says Bitcoin, you change it to whatever you're feeling like today, and you generate a bunch of coins like Dogecoins and Litecoins and Peer coins, and just pretty much anything you can come up with. Right now, I looked on Cryptsy. Cryptsy's a index right now where you can, it's probably the most popular for trading into alternate coins. And right whenever I was doing these slides last night at 2, drunk, there was about 112 different alternate coins you could trade into at the time. So we're going to back up a little bit. We take our US dollars, we get into Bitcoins, and now we can do something that's kind of fun too, is we can spread our Bitcoins across a bunch of different exchanges. There is a lot more exchanges. The reason we chose these 3 is because we're lazy, and these are exchanges you can do automatic trading on or automated trading on. So we use these to be able to be lazy and to have some bots, which we'll talk a little bit, that will actually do your trading for you. So Mt. Gox, BTC China, you guys, if you follow Bitcoins at all, knows China's kind of going through stuff right now. People kind of got edgy, made the coins go up and down for a little bit, but now it's pretty much stabilized because everybody realizes not much is going to happen on that front. And then Cryptsy. Cryptsy's the best because that's the one that offers about every altcoin you can currently think of, including the sex coin, in case you guys are still trying to push that one a little bit. So, trading. So that's what we're talking about right now. This is like a typical trading day, honestly. I don't have a time frame on this. It moves up and down quite a bit. I think when we started the conference, it dropped way down to like 780. We went back up to almost 1,000. Now we're sitting around 900. So you got a lot of movement. Figuratively, I mean, yeah, 1 Bitcoin is going to cost you a lot to trade into. But if you've got some money sitting around, you just worry about your percentages. You don't worry about how much money, how many Bitcoins you have. You worry about your percentages of increase daily. And if you focus on that, then you'll slowly start seeing, and there's people that trade there's people that have a lot of Bitcoin. I have enough that I could slightly skew what's out there, but not that much. It'll recover pretty quickly. There are people sitting on 40 and 50,000 Bitcoin. Probably people at this conference, if I was to guess, because most people say that they are people that tend to live at home with their parents still, living in the basements. I know 7 guys in particular that went on a trip not too long ago that lived at home, and when Bitcoins hit $1,000, they decided they've never been to Barcelona, and 5 people that have never seen the outside world all went to Barcelona together. All of them sitting on 40,000 plus Bitcoins apiece. Those guys went from being able to order a pizza a few years ago for 40,000 Bitcoins to becoming multimillionaires in less than a couple of months. So, and that's kind of the trend, is now we've kind of missed the bandwagon about stockpiling this shit, so now we got to worry about how we're going to get our stockpile up. And like I said, doing arbitrage is the best way to do it. So what is that? We're going to buy it when it's cheap and sell it when it's high. Easy stuff, right? Pretty much all it takes. You see it hit the bottom of the chart, you just work your way up. Now we got to work on some tools and how we're going to do this. The best one that I currently use that monitors everything right here is BTC charts. It looks a little hectic right here, just because of the fact I trade between multiple altcoins and multiple exchanges at once. That allows me to kind of minimize my danger zone. Archer? No? Fuck you guys. This manages to allow me to trade into different altcoins at the same time between US dollars to be able to maximize and minimize my, my threats while being able to maximize what I can do with what I have. You can see you can actually do it between multiple currencies, BTC chart. So you can go to the denominations from area, the krona, the yen, Canadian dollar. You can go to the Philippines just started an exchange. I believe Taiwan just got 5 more exchanges. I mean, there's crazy stuff. And the best part of the exchanges, which it's all kind of questionable, right? So the exchanges are on GitHub also. You just fucking clone a repository, do a alt replace, and go to town, open up your own exchange. So they're all over the world. You can change to whatever currency you like. That's great for money laundering if you're into that kind of thing or need to know how to do that. There might be some people online that can help you. And so all we're looking at here is buy and sell orders. Walls for selling, walls for buying. The red and the green is buys and sells on major exchanges. I think that's all on Mt. Gox. It's all real time. Latency is like usually less than 1/10 of a millisecond on all these APIs. So you can really do some stuff in real time to figure out how to best hedge your bets. And the best thing about this, yes, it runs on Adobe Air if you want to run it on your desktop, but it does have alerts in it, and it does have a chat window, and the guys in the chat window are awesome. The tweet I'll send out that has the paste bin and everything has a couple of communities you need to join, mostly because of the fact that we're active traders. The Bitcoin market is not a 9 to 5 market. It is a 24 market, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Unfortunately, if you are married or have a significant other in your bed, you'll be sleeping with your laptop because it'll be 3 in the morning and China will decide to buy 10,000 Bitcoins. It'll start flowing, prices will go up, your laptop goes crazy, and you'll get on there and start trading and then pass back out about the time it starts going back down, and so you have to wait back up and trade again. So there's lots of ways to watch it concurrently. This is one of my favorite, and I, in my opinion, one of the best just because of the fact that I can pull up so many markets at one time. You can see on the left, I think it's got Mt. Gox. All those are BTC on the left. We got different Purecoin, Litecoin stuff on the right-hand side. And a lot of times we don't go back to fiat, so we don't go back to US dollars. We go from Bitcoin to Purecoin last week, Litecoin the week before, something like that every time. There are some paid services. RTBTC I actually pay for. It handles my trading for me. Why BTC Charts doesn't, RTBTC allows me to look at exchanges on the fly. Unfortunately, it only has 2 exchanges on it, but it allows me to do real-time trading and to queue things into the trade. So I can do buys and sells. I can short the coins. I can do all kinds of stuff. And this allows me to do it all from a web front end. Now, there are some security issues. If you guys get into this stuff, got to turn on multi-factor authentication. You will lose your Bitcoin wallets overnight. People are really good about stealing them. So make sure you have it on. And all this stuff I'm showing you, you got to have API keys that you're going to generate for them. Make sure that you don't just like post your damn API key somewhere so that people just start trading your coins for you. Half you guys, it might be better than you trying to do it yourself. So Maybe it won't be so bad, but but so whenever you go set up these API keys, make sure you don't make it so the sites are good, right? Bitcoins are great because you've been able to do anonymous trading. So make sure when you set up your API keys, really pay attention, because you can do things like this API key can do trading, but this API key is not allowed to do withdrawals from my account. This API key can pull information but not do trading or withdrawals. I would suggest at first you definitely go in there and make them all just so they can pull information but can't do any active trading. And then once you start feeling comfortable with what you're looking at, then you can start the trading. Make sure you stay off and start in low denominations, like 1/100th of a Bitcoin per trade, then work your way up to tens, and then full Bitcoins, tens, hundreds of Bitcoins, whatever. There's a lot of people that move a lot of Bitcoin. And when I say a lot of Bitcoin, there's people that move 50,000 plus Bitcoins a week doing trading, because it's all about percentages. We talked about percentages. It's not about how much did I make, how much did I lose. It's about, hey, did I make my 10% today? Did I hit my 15% goals? So it's one thing to look forward to. This is another site, Bitcoin Wisdom, that's very active. Same thing. You sit here and you can see the lows and the highs. You watch the candles. If you don't know how to read the candles, tons of information online. The same thing is if anybody liked it during the day trading boom, especially during the .com boom, where everybody on God's green earth thought that they needed an E-Trade account, put $1,000 in, open your account, and lost it in like 10 days. Same thing. So you certainly read the candles. There's tons of stuff online now, a lot better than it was back then, so you can actually learn how to read these. The yellow line, okay, so you got the blue line, the yellow line. Actually, on that one, it'd be the... Yes, who is that? Look at that gentleman. Do you trade? High frequency trader. See there? Look at that guy. He can come up and start. So, do you use Gecko? Do you have your own bot? You guys should go get that guy really, really drunk tonight. So yes, EMA, you guys can go learn about EMA, triple EMAs, and that'll help you learn, and that's how most of the bots start. EMA is the easiest. Remember, all these are pretty much mathematical equations that you can build into and elaborate upon in your trading. Fiat leak, if you look at that, kind of one of the nice things is China's a pretty active trader. The website actually shows you movement, not necessarily buying and selling, but it's like movement of coins. So you can watch it, and it will give you, I mean, obviously he knows, but you can sit there and watch China wake up in the morning and come to work. And you can see the trades start going on, and usually it drives the market. So a lot of times we're driving the market, or a lot of times we're playing the market based off other countries coming to the market in the day, which allows you to make better decisions on your trading. One thing that I've looked at a lot is doing, so there was for a while, Bitcoin would come up, all the altcoins would kind of come up with it, in conjunction, and everybody would be happy about that. And then another coin got kind of, a peer coin about a month ago, got a lot of attention. So people were trading into peer coin. The best way to trade into peer coin was from Bitcoin. So I started mapping it out. And you start looking at this, and it's hard to read in this chart, especially on these screens, but people would sell off their peer coins to buy their Bitcoins. Bitcoin would start coming down, and people would sell off their Bitcoins to go back into peer coin, pushing peer coin up. And it kind of started doing this thing where every time one would go up, the other would go down. And sure, it's in percentages that are fairly small, but you could use it to arbitrage between the two of them so that you're always in some kind of alt currency and being able to move between the two when they're pretty much opposite of each other. You're always waiting for one to react to the other, which made it a little bit easier where you were always, when one's going down, you were still making a profit off each other. Gecko, that's the standard bot that's out right now. That's pretty easy. That's public, and it's on GitHub. You just write it. It's a node. It's written in JavaScript. It runs off Node. It takes 2 minutes to pull the repository to set up all the dependencies, and you're up and running. Like he was talking about, you got the EMA line, and that's the default it comes with. There are people that have written other, like triple EMAs and stuff like that to be able to follow different algorithms for doing trading on it. And what it does is sits there and runs for you. You can change the variables. You can run as many times as you want, generate an API call for each one of the bots, and you can just sit there and let it do trading for you. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Depends on how much you fine-tune it. Would not run it for live trading until you've ran it for at least a month. Good thing is it does have it can look back. So you can actually say, hey, this is what I want to run it against. I want you to look back the last 90 days, the last 6 months and see if I would have ran this algorithm for trading, what would it have done for me. And so you can pull in all your data to be able to figure out and fine tune how to do your trading. What's that? It does not right now. It doesn't trade on Cryptsy. It only trades on 2 exchanges, and it gets broke a lot if you keep with the get pull. If you go with the stable version, it trades on 3 exchanges right now. Mt. Gox, probably BTC, and Bitstamp. Probably one of the most active people in the Bitcoin market right now is a gentleman named Bonavest. He's on Twitter. It's on the Pastebin I have. There's also a Google Plus community. These guys are really active. They'll do sometimes 2 4-hour shows a day on trading where they'll do live trading. A lot of people jump on. Usually about 100 or so people in there at a time at least. Jump on and do trading with these guys. I mean, some of these markets are small, especially some of these altcoins where there's enough people on the show to be able to drive the prices of things. So definitely suggest if you're going to go in there, it's a very educational experience, and of course you can trade with these guys. If you don't have me already, you can add me on Twitter or look me up on Twitter later. I was actually going to post that Pastebin before we started, and Shmoocon Labs sucks this year, I guess, because I couldn't get on Twitter. So I can say that I'm on Labs, and for some reason it doesn't work. So I'll post it here in the next like 10 minutes or so you guys can get drunk tonight and make horrible life decisions like buying 1,000 Bitcoins or something. Thanks.